All right, everybody. Welcome to AJ42K Productions. I am your host, AJ42K. Right now, guys, I want to say this right now to everybody. This has gone a little too far. So I want to say this to everybody right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my birthday week. Birth week, specifically. My birthday's 4 days away on a Friday. Of all days, it had to be Friday, but I'm so happy it is because it has been a Friday for 5 years. Well, anyway, Year of the Dragon, Olympic year, election year, leap year, surprisingly, and of course, Taurus month, now my birth week. I am your host, AJ42K Productions, and I want to get to the actual subject I want to bring up. I'm talking about the Nebraska Cornhuskers, or AKA Huskers. Some people have asked me this for a long time. Some people hate my guts saying this, and some people just are triggered to admit the facts like typical fans of this team. A lot of these Husker fans are not nice. When you people say Nebraska nice or Nebraska has the nicest fans, no, they don't. 85% of the typical Husker fan I see is cocky, doesn't know shit about the Big Ten, doesn't know the difference between Michigan State and Michigan, let alone doesn't care about any other sport other than football, more specific, Husker football. They only follow the typical Huskers, whether it's in golf, baseball, tennis, basketball, hockey, whatever, if they somehow have ties to Nebraska, were a former Husker, and become a fan of that team because of that specific Husker, like Roy Helu Jr., Amir Abdullah, Ndamukong Suh, Kyle Korver, Doug McDermott, which is a different story, and many others to count. No Husker that won the Heisman won a Super Bowl. Not Johnny Rodgers, not Mark Rozier, and not even Eric Crouch. Aside from them three that never did anything in the NFL, there was a player that did win a championship in Nebraska, the national championship, and won a Super Bowl, and that is Ahman Green. I'll give Ahman Green a little credit, because he was a hell of a dude as in Nebraska, let alone as a Green Bay Packer with Brett Favre, or Favre. Off the point. The question I tell everybody is this, and I get a lot. Why do you hate the Huskers? Do you hate the Huskers in general? Do you hate the fans? Do you hate Nebraska in general? Well, here's my question. To answer your questions, I'm going to start with the first question. Do you hate the Nebraska Cornhuskers the most? The answer is actually going to shock you. No. I don't like the football team. I like the players on the football team, but I do not like the typical fans of the typical Husker fucker fans 24/7, 365 football in Jeopardy. You people admitted on Hurrdat Sports that the College World Series is a high school reunion. I've been saying that long before you people think you know baseball. And the only time you'll follow baseball is if the Huskers are good. And there's more people that come out of the College World Series out of town than people that go see it in town. I went to the College World Series 10 times. I've been a baseball fan long before any of you Husker fuckers were even alive. I've been a Braves fan when TBS was still on Braves baseball. I was a fan in 1993 before you even won a national championship with Tom Osborne. I was a fan before even Frosterbaiter was even talked about. My Braves are better than your Huskers. And when you people think, oh, you're just a hater, you just hate them because they're good, or you just hate them because you just don't like them, or you just like to troll them. We don't troll. We're not all that terrible. That's only 0.1% of the fans. No. Shut up, little Husker fucker, corn-to-tasser motherfucker. You are not all nice. I've had Husker fans kick dirt on me, screw me over, threaten my life one time, and let alone get butthurt and get triggered on my presence. And I'm not going to get started on that story anymore because that's the feminazi shit, but that's still Husker fucker material shit too, because I'm in Nebraska, Omaha specifically. I went to this school, and this school is full of privilege. And even though it still hasn't changed today, it's not better, but it's not bad. It's not good either. The point of the matter is, in Nebraska, you just can't let shit go. You get triggered on when you can't admit facts. Husker fans, you are that type of fan. Now, don't get me wrong. Not all fans are like that. Not all Husker fans are like that. Don't get me wrong. 15% of the Husker fans are realistic. And I love those fans better than the stupid typical if you don't support the coach, you're not a real fan. You people are stupid. You are exactly like the Cowboy fans of Dallas. You were just like Dallas Cowboys fans. Annoying! Annoying! You think you're all that, and in reality, you're all shat. And even as a Michigan State fan who got accepted at Michigan State in 2006, long before D'Antonio was even talked about, long before Tucker, and now long before this new Jonathan Smith, which is not related to John L. Smith, off the point. I was a fan of the Michigan State Spartans before I graduated high school. That year I graduated was 2006, surprisingly, but 2004 is when I became a fan of Michigan State. Basketball and football alone. I don't care about baseball or golf or whatever. But you Nebraska people, you don't even know shit about the Big Ten. You can't even tell the difference between Michigan or Michigan State sometimes. And most of you think it's just Michigan. And I hate Michigan as much as you do, but I hate them more because I had to face them more than you do. You don't even know shit about the Big Ten. You don't even know how many teams are in the Big Ten most of the time. And none of you can name them all. And if you know all 14, you can't even name half of them, let alone the difference between Michigan and Michigan State. You don't care about other sports. All you care about is Husker fucker football 24/7, 365. And then when it's baseball or Husker baseball or Husker basketball, you were not all fans of Nebraska basketball. Most of you don't even care about Nebraska basketball. So tell you this, my friends, I don't hate the Huskers entirely. What I really hate is the typical 85% of you fan base that thinks you're all that, and in reality, you're all shat. Ready yet, get set. You ain't that. That's number one. Now, there is a Husker team I actually do like, and it's not football, it's definitely not basketball, and it's not even baseball. It's the track and field program, and if you want to put cross country in that program too, let's put that as well. I'm a marathoner. I never had a problem with the Nebraska track and field team, let alone the Nebraska cross country team. But like the other sports, especially golf or bowling or whatever that Nebraska has that is not talked about much, they don't get much credit compared to the football team you people glorify and dick ride so much and won't shut the fuck up on. Now the basketball team, they were good this year. They made the March Madness tournament. I'll say this though, you fans were not all fans when they were doing good because you people glorified them when they were good. And when they suck again, you won't do anything about it. Now as for volleyball, this is debatable because when you guys sucked, you weren't talking about volleyball. You don't even give a fuck about volleyball. Now you're giving a fuck because of John Cook doing successful and you became a fan, now you're selling out. Now don't get me wrong, I don't care about the supernovas, but I do want to see a supernova volleyball, actual pro volleyball in our city of Omaha. And speaking of that, I don't mind Omaha Supernova. At least we finally got a pro team, an actual pro team, not no semi-pro, not no minor league shit, not no the little freaking Omaha Beef that isn't even truly a minor league team off the point. We got an actual pro team, so congrats to your volleyball program, Omaha Supernovas and Nebraska volleyball team. Congratulations on that. I'm not a fan of the volleyball team, and there's one reason why. I'll tell you, it's John Cook's daughter, Lauren Cook. And speaking of Lauren Cook, like Harper, like Lauren. If you don't know that story, look up Lauren Cook and look up Harper's story. Harper got a DUI last week, or a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and also got shoplifting. Watch how she doesn't get suspended, because this is what happened with John Cook's daughter, Lauren, when she was a volleyball player. This is another reason why I hate the Huskers, because it's full of privilege, special treatment, and favoritism. Now, if anyone else did that, me included, I would have been off the team for good. Why is Lauren Cook any different? Because it's her daddy's little girl. Now, with Harper, this is a complete different ballgame. Yes, just like Lauren, she had a DUI, but this is shoplifting on top of that. I don't know if Lauren did shop. I think that's off the point. But look at Lauren Cook's story and look at Harper now. Like Harper, like Lauren. And just watch, she'll get a free pass because she's so awesome, so favoritized, so Dick Rider, people's favorite, the example, Nebraska nice. Ha 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 ha! Plastic bitch alert. That's the reason why I don't like the Huskers, and more specifically, the fans. Forget the Husker football players. I met the Husker football team. They're not terrible. They're not dickheads. Not one time. And maybe I got trolled by Cam Taylor Britt, but he was doing it for fun. And I like that because, hey, troll my Michigan State. I know we suck. Go ahead, I'll troll you right back. That's what I liked about Cam Taylor Britt, and I met him. Now, I may not be able to hang out with him, but I did like what he did. It was awesome because it was sports smack talk. It wasn't against race baiting, lifestyle, religion, sex, list goes on and on. That's what Cam Taylor did, and I'm happy to. But these Husker fans, 85% of them, get butthurt when you get trolled. Oh, but they were not all like that. You're just mental. You're stupid. You're a hater. Go grow up. Oh, look who's talking, who doesn't want to admit facts and gets triggered on any little shit. Husker fuckers, eat a Snickers. Why? Because you just won't admit when you're wrong. Hypocrite, lunatic, fanatic, heretic, hypocrite, privilege shit, full of clits, any shit. Oh, and here's another thing. The track and field program just won the Big Ten championship. That's the only Husker team regarding the Nebraska Cornhuskers that I like because I'm a runner. I would have loved to be on that team. I was too slow to make the Nebraska track team back in high school. 20 years ago, I was still in high school. I was not the best runner. I was the slowest runner on the team. It's okay. I'm now the fastest I've been in my entire... I wish I would have had this speed 20 years ago. But I still was on the team, and thanks to Coach Don Patton, I'm glad to see you again. He's retired now, but off the points. But to everybody here... Do I hate the Huskers entirely? No. It's the typical fans, 85% of them, that I hate. Do I hate every Nebraska team? No. Track and field and cross country are the only one I actually like. And before you somehow think you know everything about the Big Ten, you don't know shit about you only care about the Big Ten because it involves the Huskers. Golf, you people in Nebraska, all you do is watch football because you can't do it anymore, or too shitty to go in the NFL or whatever, and golf because it's the only thing you want to do or can do because you think there's nothing else to do. You think baseball is boring or a college World Series is your high school reunion? You think it's boring? Well, football can be boring too, but you want to know what you use? The defensive battle excuses. Oh, it's a defensive battle. Oh, maybe I should use that for an Atlanta Braves Mets game that I went to that was 2-1 when I went to in 2007 at Turner Field. It's boring. No, it's a defensive battle. You Husker fucker fans are pussies. Delusional. Triggered to admit facts. 85% of you are like this. Now, again, not all Husker fans are like this. 15% of them are realistic. I'll give them credit for that. But you people, Dick Rider up, fucking quarterback who tied a championship with Michigan, which I hate them too. Fuck Michigan too, or Buck bitch again. Whatever. That you somehow were glorifying Scott Frost, or should I say Frosterbaiter, who you thought it was going to be 9-3 and rising, going to bring the football program back, make Nebraska great again like Donald Trump's ass crack, pussy ass, and then somehow you made it even worse. That if you don't like the coach, you should be a real fan. This motherfucker went 16-32 or 31 if I recall. If Mike Riley or Bill Callahan would have done that, you would have ran them out of Nebraska, banning them for good of the entire state. How is your beloved Dick Rider you can't fucking let go of in 1997 Scott Frost any better? You people just won't admit when you're wrong. And this is not just bar related or feminazi. This is Husker, Nebraska related. Oh, and the final fire to the conclusion of this point. Politics. Okay, so just before the March Madness started, just before the March Madness started, you guys, there was this news story that Trev Alberts was going to leave Nebraska and head straight to Texas A&M. I'll be honest, Texas A&M is not any better than Nebraska. They're just as delusional, if not worse. They're much worse fans than they are in Nebraska. I'll give you credit. Nebraska, you are loyal fans, especially in football. The rest of the sports, volleyball's debatable, baseball, not even close, and basketball, you only like them because they're good. And when they suck again, you ain't going to like them. So, with that being said, you guys are full of privilege, special treatment, favoritism, and double standards. And this, now when it became political on top of this, my best friend, my bestie, told everybody, counting myself, given that I'm a Husker hater, I didn't believe him when he said this originally, that Nebraska Huskers are politically involved. I did not believe him. I'm a Husker hater, and I didn't believe my bestie on this, and he's a Husker fan. And he is a Husker fan because his beloved uncle is the best Husker to ever be alive. And that Husker is Bob Gibson. I believe you know who that is. If you don't know who Bob Gibson is, watch the St. Louis Cardinals and find out. And with that being said, I'm going to get to this next final thing that I just learned just before March Madness started. And I'm going to laugh at your sorry candy asses regarding this. Okay, so finally the last part of the reason why I hate the typical Nebraska Cornhusker fans. Or Husker fucker, Corndetasser, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm a Cornhusker. More like, bitch, you're a cuntbag, dumb fuck motherfucker fan. Alright, let's get this wonderful enclosure started. Oh, here we go. Wow, Nebraska, you are not a sports crowd. So now comes to the politics of this. The governor himself, Jim Pillen, the governor of Nebraska, KETV Newswatch 7 had this story and have the text to prove it. And I still remember this day. LaRon, I apologize. I wish I'd have believed you before I even met you. You were right all along. Wanted to get that out of the way first. Nebraska Huskers is full of politics. I agree with the people that say, whether Democrat or Republican, keep your politics or keep politics out of sports in general. I agree. I don't want to care about politics when I'm at a stadium, an arena, a hockey rink, or a basketball court. I agree with the Republicans and Democrats on this. Keep politics out of sports. I agree. More specific, keep politics and religion out of bars. Keep fashion out of sports and politics. Keep sports out of fashion and politics. And keep sports and fashion out of politics in general. And keep your fashion and politics out of my sport. And keep sports and politics out of my fashion. I agree 100%. But, unfortunately, the Husker fuckers proved another thing to my friend, actually, who predicted this, and he was 100% correct. Now let's get to the governor of Nebraska, privileged little Husker fucker himself, and former player, and rich privileged white boy, Jim Pillen. Jim Pillen pleaded like Donald Trump, like, please, Russia, please. He pleaded to Trev Alberts, the former UNO athletic director, now Husker athletic director, and now officially Texas A&M athletic director, to somehow plead to stay. Pleaded like Donald Trump, please, Trev, please. Literally. KTV had this live, and I still have this on camera, and I'm just laughing at you sorry candy, corn-fed, Husker fucker, cornetasser ass fucks who think you should know about your team, and you think you're all that. In reality, you're all shit. The governor of Alaska pleaded the athletic director to stay. Somehow, That was the best way to say you are showing your true colors, Husker fucker fans. The governor himself to now realize that you are not the Huskers you are. And that's when you act like a boo-hoo Darla Dimple from Cats Don't Dance. Trigger little pussies. And now, look who's now no longer the top dog. Look who's showing their true colors. Look who's realizing they're not good. And now you're realizing you ain't hot shit because you ain't getting some hot dick, baby, this evening. You ain't the number one, baby, tonight. You're the shit in every little day. Now you know how it feels to not be hot shit anymore, Husker fucker fans, and the governor as well. You people just are too triggered to admit the truth. And for that one more time. And finally, one more thing to you Husker fucker fans. The next time you get triggered on facts, suck my pool holes and shove it up your Molina, dumb ass Huskers.